Hello, thanks for joining me today. I have a 2-card tarot reading for you, and it's Monday the 28th of November. Now I'm choosing my Rider-Waite cards today, and the reason is yesterday on Sunday I gave an energy card reading for the week, and the cards that came up were Deceit and Goddess of the Moon. So if you haven't seen that, do take a look at it for yesterday, because that was a message for the full week. And getting those cards kind of made me feel that I wanted to really delve in and find out what was going on. So I'm using my Rider-Waite cards because they are my oldest pack of cards. I've had them for 30 odd years, and they don't pull any punches, and they sort of tell it how it is. They're like that annoying friend you've got that will give you the blunt truth whether you want to hear it or not. Have you got one of them? I think I am that person, actually. I feel some of my friends going, yes, I've got one of those friends, Claire. Anyway, let's see what comes out and see if it ties in with that energy card reading that we got. I'm going to get both cards at the same time. Yes, it does, because the first card that came out is the 5 of Wands, and the second card is the 9 of Wands. We actually got the 5 of Wands on Friday when I was doing spirit animal cards, which I do every Friday, and the Scorpion came out, who was the 5 of Branches. So maybe that ties into that message. Go back and have a look at Fridays if you want to get an extra message about what the 5 of Wands is about. But yeah, do you know what this is? This is chaos and arguing, dragging you into stuff again. And I just... The reason I felt uncomfortable with yesterday's message is because I felt like we've done so much work. Why are we having to deal with this again? It seems a bit of an unnecessary drain on our energy. And I'm getting that because when I'm looking at this card, all I'm looking at is this sort of orange. I know it possibly comes across as red in the cards, but what they're wearing, they're sort of tights or whatever those men are wearing, and one of them's got a tunic, and it's this kind of, everybody's got a passion and an opinion, and they're just never gonna see each other's point of view. That's the thing about arguing, isn't it? You passionately give your side of a story sometimes, and then the other person comes back and it's so different, and you think we're at completely different points of view here, or life ideas of what's right and what's wrong. We're seeing that all over the world at the moment, aren't we, in politics, where people are so far apart in their beliefs that it's tearing countries apart in some aspects, especially I know in American politics that's a real big thing at the moment, but I don't really want to get too much into politics. I try and steer away. I try and keep my mouth shut where I can, where politics are concerned. And I'm looking at this 9 of Wands person, and he's a little bit bruised and battered. He wears a bandage on his head, and he's looking, and I feel like he's actually looking over to these people, the way they've come out, that this is the first card, this is the second. I feel he's taking a step back and looking over and going, been there, done that, ain't going to do that again, mate, because he can see it for what it is. And actually, he's used his wands in a slightly more sensible way to create a bit of safety and a boundary around himself. Now, I have to say, if we was to put it that these cards were completely together, he has not created a boundary from these people, because the boundary's here behind him, but the people are just to that side, right? My right, your left, maybe? Yeah, and he's still allowing them in. They're still there. He's moved back a little bit, but they're still there. I'm finding these people quite frustrating, and because they're not on the same wavelength anymore. And actually, thinking back now to Friday's message of the spirit animals, that was exactly the message that I gave. I can't remember the other card that came out with it. I think it was the honeybee, and it was about awakening your heart. This is a wake-up call. This is an example of why you've done all that inner work, and it's like, yeah, you know what? This is why I've got this bandage on my head, and I ain't getting another one. It is that complete understanding that you're worth more than spending we've all got a certain amount of energy in our lives. You know, why waste it where it's not appreciated or it's not heard? This person's realised that. So I feel that we are this person, but still in that situation somehow. It could be family. You can never 100% walk away from your family, can you? Especially at this time of year when, you know, people you don't see all year for a good reason suddenly come in your life because it's Christmas and you've got to spend a dinner with them and you're, oh God, not again, please, no. I don't do that, just to say, any of my family watching. But, you know, it's a really testing time, isn't it? And I feel that this is the message of make sure your boundaries are in place. Make sure, because you've already been a bit wounded, let's not go down that route again. And yesterday's message, because I talked about that the deceit card was on my mind. If you're deceiving yourself that it will be different, that's where the deceit is coming from. A friend of mine, Christine, said that to me once. Why do you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome? That's the definition of madness. So, you know, let's learn that lesson. Let's take that as a message for today. Yeah, you know what? When we level up, we're immediately tested to see if we actually got the whole point of that work. So see this as a good message that the universe is understanding that you have changed and you're a little bit more savvy now as to what you're going to do with your life and how you're going to spend your energy. And if you can get through this test, then hopefully there'll be fewer and a little bit more spread out, fewer and far between. Anyway, I hope that helped. I'll be back again tomorrow. Please do like and subscribe. And also on my website, clairechilvers.com, have a look over there. I've got an article for the week as well that might interest you. Okay, thanks very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.